all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ryan Roberts leading things off and takes a strike. Up the middle, Arenado tosses to first, and an easy out to start the game. This is Corbin Carroll.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Late on that fastball.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
Swing and a ground ball. Arenado to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
And there's a strike. And strike 2.
0-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And we're back. And on the hill today, Dustin May. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
We know he's one of the best in the game, doesn't make many mistakes, and if he's in a pinch, he'll make up a pitch and throw something that you've never seen before.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Willie Castro. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. May delivers. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Carter makes the play. 1 up, 1 down. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Batting second, the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Carroll hustling after it. Brings it in. 2 down.
Batting
2 down,
third,
base is
the
empty.
left fielder,
And the batter now, Juan Soto. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. Oh, look at the stop. He takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Leading off, Rafael Devers. No score. Kershaw back to work. Delivers. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. And he's the home run leader on this team, Singy.
Jason Dominguez.
For Clayton Kershaw, the resume speaks for itself. One of the best pitchers of his or any generation. And that clips the inside corner. He's won 3 Cy Youngs, an MVP, and a guy who has really leaned on that slider as the dominant pitch for his career. Back to the mound. He's got it. Fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
That
And here's
is
the first baseman, David
number
Ortiz.
34,
Nobody
David
on his team has been better at
Ortiz.
driving in runs this season, Singy. Sneaks through, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. That one's upstairs.
1 ball, 2
ball
strikes.
1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, we'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And that is that. We head to the bottom of the second, and here is
the designated
Lee.
hitter, Brooks Lee.
May back to work. And that
Ball.
skips in the dirt. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's Joe Adell.
Batting 6. The
Great
center
speed
fielder,
and
Joe
great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Yeah, that's fouled off.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
2 strikes.
Here's the 0-2. And that's in the
1
dirt.
and 2.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Lee headed for the plate. Hung up in a rundown now between third and home. The tag out. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. And we're back. And here's the catcher, Mike Piazza. Swings through that. Kershaw, the lefty who lights up the radar gun. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. And there's one down. Now at the plate, Evan Carter.
The center fielder,
this is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. Out on the drop third strike. 2 gone.
Just not a good pitch to swing at. One reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that junk.
Roberts.
Bichette throws to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Set for the bottom of the third, and now the first baseman, Alec Burleson.
Alec Burleson.
That's off the inside corner, And that's ball one.
Well, these guys definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Makes the catch for the out. And that quickly 2 away.
Batting ninth,
And
the
now
right
the right fielder, Roman Anthony.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
And that one misses up and in. Ball one. And another ball. Next offering is fouled back. And the righty deals. Late that time, and it's strike two.
Good late
2 balls, 2
sink
strikes.
on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. On to the fourth.
Leading off
Now,
for the
Corbin
Wildcats,
Carroll.
the right fielder.
Singy, you
Corbin
got to appreciate a guy who's this
Carroll.
good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks
No
this
balls,
ball's going to get
2
down.
strikes.
Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Swing and a miss. Tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
The batter,
C.J.
number 5,
Abrams,
shortstop,
the next to hit.
C.J. Abrams.
Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right
The
there.
third
Breaking
baseman,
ball was in a
number
decent
16,
spot down and in,
Rafael
but he did a really nice job
Devers.
getting to it before it tied him up.
Devers swings through that one as
0-1.
he comes to the plate for the second time today. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Don't play situation
0-2.
here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that.
It's in and out of his glove. Still able to fire over, and they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they
The
clean
left
things
fielder,
up for
number
the out.
24, Jason.
So the go-ahead run at
Dominguez.
scoring position. Jason Dominguez will hit next. The other way, makes the grab, and that's the inning. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
Dallas,
This is
the
Willie
third baseman,
Castro.
Willie Castro.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that
0-1.
these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Dominguez hauls it in, and there's one away. So digging in,
Now
Bo
batting,
Bichette.
shortstop, Bo Bichette.
And that one fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. Inside,
That missed. That's a ball.
just missed.
1-1.
Ripped to short. Zips it to first, and Bichette is retired. Juan Soto
The
down.
left fielder, number
Well, he's
22.
doing a nice job of
Juan
keeping the ball out of the air.
Soto.
Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And a swing and a miss there.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this
0-1.
one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%.
That's a ball.
well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Fly ball center field. Carter settles underneath it, brings it in. That is the inning. And we're back.
Leading
Ready
off
now for the
Knoxville,
fifth inning.
the
And
first
here's the
baseman,
first baseman, David Ortiz. Kershaw back to work. And that one is lifted in the air. Soto gets under it. One down. Now it's the DH, Chipper Jones. He's 0 for 1. This to third. Castro sends it to first. And they get the out on Jones. Here's the catcher, Mike Piazza. And that chops in for a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the fifth. In the dirt,
1-2.
It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now the DH, Brooks Lee.
Brooks Lee.
And he swings through that one.
You know, this group of
0 balls, 1
hitters,
strike.
as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Carter makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Joe Mauer. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Fought off foul.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
Ortiz. And he handles it himself for the out. And now the center fielder, Joe Adell.
7.
He hit into a double play his first time up.
Adell.
In the air, right field, Carroll on the move. And that ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark.
For the
Top
Wildcats,
6. Here's the center fielder, Evan Carter. And that one hammered. And that is a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he was late.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Gets out of the way. Stays alive. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. So the lineup flips over. Now it's the second baseman, Brian Roberts.
Brian
has grounded out a couple of times. And there's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
1 ball, no strikes.
In the box for the third. Third time today as he takes that one off the plate. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1-1.
On the outside corner for a strike. 1-2. With the go-ahead run at first. And we're in the top half of the 6th. In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. C.J. Abrams now at the plate. 1 for 2.
C.J. Abrams.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient. with the pitch count in this one.
Roberts, the runner at first with 2 gone. The next pitch misses.
That's down.
And a count 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the first baseman, Alec Burleson. Burleson, in his 3rd season, 26 years old. He's usually in right field. Today, starting at first. Pitch misses.
That's a ball.
And that's ball 1.
Well, the ball's going to get to him a lot quicker than it normally does, making that adjustment from right field into first base. And I would say just play a little bit deeper than normal.
Fires across the diamond. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Fly to left his first time. A little out front there as he swings through it.
It's 0-1.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. It's a bomb. He sends it out of here. It's 1-0. Now here is Roman Anthony. Strike 1. And that's a little bit high. And 1-1. Bunting, but that's a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Dominguez snags it for the 2nd out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home
Now
run.
batting,
Not
third
allowing it
baseman,
to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Rips one to right, and that's just foul. And he grounds one to the right
That's
side.
a foul.
And foul ball. Just misses. 1-2 to count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 out. Space is empty. On the ground, right side. Over to first. That ends the inning. And we're back.
Leading
all
off
set for the start of the inning. There's Rafael Devers in the box.
Devers.
And Devers hits that one. And there's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Breaking ball down and in. He did a nice job of just catching out in front. I like that he didn't spin off the ball by opening up that front hip too early.
Kershaw fires. Fouled off down the right side.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Kershaw deals. Squirts away a little bit. To second, but way too late. Safe there. Devers into scoring position on the wild pitch. And there goes the double play possibility. Got him. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Now batting.
And here's the first baseman, David Ortiz. He is singled and he is flied to left. In the air, left field, down the line. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. A run comes in on the play. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Chipper Jones. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Throws to first in time, and they get the out on Jones. And here's the catcher, Mike Piazza.
Now batting,
2 in this one.
Piazza.
In the air out to center. Arenado on the move. Makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. bottom of the 7th.
Leading
Now the
off
number
for
2
Diablo,
hitter,
the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Stretches out and holds it in.
Good piece of hitting right there.
The
nice hard line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Everything came together for him. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Ball one
That's
there.
a ball.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Carter on the move to the gap. He hauls it in, 2 away. Throw sails over his head at first. And it's going to wind up out of play. Mauer can't hold up, and that's a strike.
0-1.
Line drive, base hit. Soto scores. It's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Comes through with the RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Foul ball there. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him. New inning getting started. And now the center fielder, Evan Carter.
Evan Carter.
Kershaw back to work. The pitch behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike.
And that
1-1.
skips in the dirt. Close one. Doesn't get the call. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that's in the dirt.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Slides for the stop. Fires to first, and they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man. Brian Roberts getting ready to hit. That one's in there, 0-1. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
On the ground, right side, Arenado. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Corbin Carroll, the next to hit.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And that's off the inside edge. 1-1. And that's downstairs and outside.
2-1.
Comebacker to the mound. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the 8th. And now the first baseman, Alec Burleson.
Now
they
pitching.
turn things over to the southpaw, Tanner Scott.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
Just
that missed. That's the ball.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
1-1.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2's the count. That's a ball.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Carter makes the catch, and there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where
now
you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
On the ground to third. Devers throws on to first. 2 up, 2 down. Now it's the right fielder,
now batting,
Roman
the right
Anthony.
fielder, Roman Anthony.
There's the strike.
Ha! 0 balls, 1 strike.
That one ripped. And it hits the fence. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Castro in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in, but it's offline.
He's safe.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
0-1. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one fouled off. 2 outs.
No, that's low.
Good
Ball.
slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That's
Count is
down
full.
and in. A slider missed. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. On the ground to third. Sends it to first. And Bichette is retired. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. And we're back.
Leading
we
off
go to
for
the
Knoxville,
ninth. Now it's
the
the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. That one laced to center and a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now batting, the third baseman, Rafael.
Man of board, and here is Devers,
now
1 for 3.
Aroldis Chapman.
And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split. Check swing. He went. No balls, 2 strikes.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Here's the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. Cut on and missed at 101.
It's 0-1.
And that drops in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good
runner on the go. Called strike 3. Throw to second. Tag. Out. And that's the ball game.
great pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go